USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I find I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school, this class is the best, this is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we have evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Royals in hospital.
Oh my goodness, a young blind boy wows an audience.
And the most sensational aristocratic wedding of the year.
And the life and times of Coco Chanel. All this and more on ALB UK Television, the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show. Let's roll the titles, let's get on with the show. Well, my name is Ian Pelham Turner.
And I'm Helena CHARD.
And my goodness me, what a show we've got this week.
We have, haven't we? Lots of royal things, lots of shenanigans and lots of exciting stories.
Incredible.
But I think
start
off with, the royals in hospital. Now, we do know about this and obviously just wanting to report what's going on. So beginning with the Princess of Wales, obviously she's still in the London hospital recuperating from abdominal surgery. Everyone's incredibly sad. I know that King Charles turned up today as well to see her.
In the same hospital. I had this image in my head of the two of them sat in opposite beds in a ward. I can just imagine it, the King.
I certainly didn't.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think that obviously, the Princess of Wales at the moment is enjoying FaceTiming her children and is still working, doing her charity work and research. And I know that we're rooting for King Charles. He shouldn't be in hospital for too long. And I think surgery could well be today. I'm waiting to hear. But, the good news is he really has helped. The NHS website has received so many people looking into about enlarged prostate. I think something like 20 7,000, whereas normally it would be, I don't know, 1,400. So good on him. I think he's really done us proud there.
Well, you could imagine how the Crown might have dealt with or something like this. You can just imagine them in sort of in the same ward, and then lackeys coming in with their silver trays.
Something tells me the Crown is not. It's not the end. It's not the end. They say it is, but I don't believe it at all. And obviously we've got Sarah Ferguson as well.
Absolutely.
Just as we thought, it couldn't get any more. Sarah Ferguson, but actually, thankfully for her, she's got a great surgeon, and I do realise she's just obviously getting over breast cancer, and it's happened. She's been told about this melanoma, and it's all within 12 months. But he noticed some moles on her with slightly weird, irregular shape. So she's lucky to have that, because that malignant melanoma is really rapid.
I think we wish all the royal family well at the moment, because poor old Prince William must be going through it at the same time. Doing the school run.
Doing the school run, but there's the mum-in-law and sister-in-law are all helping out. So I think everyone to get, and not to forget as well, all the royals that are stepping up. Everyone's had to step up. Queen Camilla, amazing. She's racing around doing loads of things, doing all her charity work. And she actually, I don't know whether this is a PR stunt or not, but she actually turned up. It was a jeweller's. The jeweller's was something like 175 years old, something like that. But she had odd earrings. So one of her earrings was her traditional one she wore to her wedding, had standard pearl clip-ons, and the other one was quite a gold, jewelly, glitzy earring.
I reckon
Do we think she's
been watching Coronation Street.
Oh, come on! I think maybe I don't know what to think. I'd like to think she was being a trendsetter, but I'm not sure. Something tells me if you're younger and a bit more jazzy that you'd be a trendsetter. I don't know. Anyway, and of course we've got Sophie as well. She really is stepping up hugely.
The Duchess of Edinburgh.
Duchess of Edinburgh, and she's been at schools and she's been abroad, but she's been even talking about menstrual health. Goodness me, which is a first.
And she was always described, I think, even by Prince Philip, as the royal family's secret weapon.
She is. Well, let's just say, I think really the Princess of Wales, I think the sadness of her not being around for the next few months is slightly concerning. And she, obviously, I think is the jewel in the crown. But of course, Duchess of Edinburgh is brilliant. And not to forget, she's got a background in PR, so she's really fabulous. And they've all been, it's like, as well, they've been wearing the woolen scarves. I don't know if you noticed, there's these like little woolen scarves that King Charles gave everyone for Christmas. Okay. And that was a collaboration with the Prince's Foundation and Highgrove. So I think that was a little nod to King Charles. And and also not just the Duchess, I think Prince Edward as well. He's been in St Helena's, and that's why I'm mentioning it, which is this remote little island with a tortoise who's 191 years old called Jonathan. And I just had to say it because I haven't heard of a little island called St Helana's.
Well, absolutely. So that sounds great. But also we hear, or we're understanding that perhaps even Queen Camilla, may be a peacemaker as well. Well, what do you think about that? What's the goss?
Queen Camilla being a peacemaker, or are we talking about the Duchess of Edinburgh?
I think they're all peacemakers.
I think they are. I think everyone's stepped up. I think everyone wants to do. I'd say the Duchess of Edinburgh is more of she's a far. I don't know. She's really. I don't know. She's slightly different to Queen Camilla, although I think they've got similar traits. I think they're very down to earth. They just get on with the job. And they want what's good. They're good communicators and got great empathy. And I always say, great empathy, and it goes such a long way.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of scandal and all sorts of... In this new book, you've got this new book today.
This new book. Oh, OK, I'm going to show this new book. Now, this is Robert Hardman. He's a fantastic journalist, world-renowned, very well thought of by the royal family as well, and has done some great...
I wonder after this book.
No, I think it's really good. So this is New King, New Court, Charles III, the inside story. So there's some really good scoops in this. So all the things that everyone's been asking us, like what did the late Queen really think about Harry and Meghan, naming Lilibet and things like that. So, there's lots of different things, and it's super, and I think everyone should rush out and buy it. So that's what I think.
I totally agree. Now we move on to Windsor Castle at the moment. There's now producing or presenting Queen Mary's Dollhouse. This is fascinating.
It is fascinating. It's a little, I'm just trying to think, it's a small, Green Rose Doll's House. So this doll's house, which actually I was speaking to friends and quite a few people have been to see it already, and it is great. So it's celebrating the 100th anniversary of this doll's house at Windsor Castle. It's the largest, most famous doll's house in the world. Leading architect, believe it or not, Edwin Lutyens actually designed it, and there's 1,500 of the finest artists, craftspeople who actually designed everything for it. I mean, I just think it's incredible, all manufacturers of the early 20th century.
Well, the thing that amazed me was that it has a wine cellar.
It does, with wine bottles.
And the bottles are miniature wine bottles with wine in it as well. I mean, the attention to detail is incredible.
It is, absolutely. And the literary names actually all in the bookshelves, incredible. The cellar, the garden, and it's 1/12 to scale, so it's obviously tiny. As true to life as possible, includes electricity, running water, even working lifts. Can you imagine?
Absolutely.
So everything's beautifully furnished and waiting to be explored.
So is this the design for your new property?
Not quite, but I think I have to say, like, if you look at the bedrooms and everything, it's fascinating. The attention to details and actually watching the people that, if there's a problem and they have to fix things, it's just incredible.
Absolutely.
And also not to forget, do you remember the playhouse?
Yeah,
Queen Elizabeth's playhouse?
Absolutely.
The little cottage, which was given by the people of Wales.
Yep.
Beautiful. And in fact, that is now in the Duke and Duchess of York's garden. Because obviously that was the that's where it was transported.
Because they may be pushed into that.
No, but obviously the grandchildren are probably really enjoying it, aren't they?
I can imagine.
I'm sure they're absolutely enjoying it. So that was enjoyed. For all the generations of children, I'm sure they're all enjoying it. And that was for Queen Elizabeth when she was 6.
Well, there you go. So some incredible royal stories. Now, I was fascinated this week by a young man called Chapman Shum.
Yes.
And Chapman Shum has been playing at the King's College Hospital in London. He is, I think he's about 11 or 12 years of age. He's totally blind, but the most incredible pianist as well. So I think we're just going to have a short snap of Chapman just playing something very briefly.
It is. That was a little bit more backgroundy music, but he normally likes the sort of like high energy sort of folk music.
And he does all sorts
of
things.
He really enjoys that.
So just amazing, absolutely amazing. And as you say, you know, when people watch this and to be totally blind as well, I mean, it's just the most incredible thing. And he's doing it to actually raise the spirits of people who are in hospital at the moment in King's College. But I think you have a story on the most aristocratic wedding of the year.
Well, actually, to begin with, I would say it's Hugh Grosvenor, who's the 7th Duke of Westminster. Now, he's a real power in central London. And yes, it's his social wedding of the year, which is on the 7th of June. And there is so much that he does. I mean, he's worth about 10 billion, I think.
Billion?
10 billion, yeah. He took over from his father in about 2016.
He owns most of central London.
Well, it was it must be it's the global property side, isn't it?
Yes.
That's obviously worth a fortune. But he's also, King Charles is his godfather,
yes.
and his he's godfather to Prince George, which I think was quite interesting. But he does a huge amount of good. His philanthropic side is vast. He's the chair of the trustees of Westminster Foundation, which is a charitable organisation, and it focuses on helping vulnerable youth and, you know, in moving forward.
Yep.
And if you think about it, we also know, what's his name again, the young artist that we
Langley
know?
Oligarchy, who is the tremendous painter, who's supported by the Duke of Westminster's foundation as well.
Yeah, no, which is great. And, you know, we're really looking forward to this wedding. He's marrying Olivia, and we're excited. There is a slight upset in a way that I don't think Prince Harry and Meghan are going to be invited because of it's going to be a little bit awkward.
I know.
But there's so many great charitable things that they support,
absolutely.
which is great.
And just finally, because we're going to be short of time today, Coco Chanel. So her exhibition in London at the V&A, but also basically photographs of her Paris flat have been issued as well, so.
Yeah, I know, but just to say that Coco Chanel is a great exhibition. It's been extended to the 3rd of March, the 10th of March 2024, because it's been incredibly good. And one of the things I know, a girl should be two things, classy and fabulous, and that's what she's really known for.
And I think we're just going to show some of the images that are both of the...
and just to remember, it's the Gabrielle Chanel Fashion Manifesto show, first UK exhibition of its kind, dedicated to her life. Obviously, also to the Coco Chanel establishment.
So these that you're seeing on screen right now, these are images at the V&A at the moment.
Because not to forget as well, because she's really known for her suits, her wonderful suits, and her little black dress. You know, the iconic black dress, which was great. And just interestingly enough, her name Coco is not her real name. She was actually a singer in clubs, and that was her little name that she was given.
Perhaps we can also just show very quickly some of the images as well of her Paris flat that looks absolutely amazing again. Hopefully we can see that in a second.
But just to say that the Paris flat has been restored by interior decorator Jacques Grange. And this apartment on the 2nd floor, 31 Rue Gambon, was classified as a historical monument by the French Ministry of Culture in 2013. And if you look, I mean, it's very ornate, isn't it?
It's
very, very bright.
It looks like my flat, not. I wish it did. I've got a nice flat. So anyway, we must stop there because our first guest is coming on in a second. So we're going to take a short break. And then we'll be straight back.
To Chrissy. Welcome, so lovely to have you here. You are so lovely. You've got such a big heart and such a wonderful story to tell us. So rather than me talking, please tell us about your beginnings, and we look forward to hearing your story.
Hi guys, hi Helena and hi Ian. My name is Chrissy. Following a dramatic time in a refugee camp in Ghana, I came to Britain and am now trying to achieve a series of raising funds to support people like myself in Africa. After a dramatic childhood, I want my abilities to raise funds for charity which support mongers and traumas in Africa. I'm holding a series of high-end events in 2024 to fund for charity. The first event will be in April, featuring Peter Jonas, the renewal artist in South Africa.
Chrissy, just quickly, just winding back a little bit, because obviously you were in a refugee camp, you were involved in war, and you saw some terrible things, but you managed to overcome and obviously work through things in your life. Tell us a little bit about that time and why you ended up in a refugee camp, and how you sort of ended up here as well in Great Britain, just to give us a background to your story.
Okay, so I was actually born in Liberia. My mom died when I was 2 plus, and not long after the war came up, the Liberian War. Literally went from having a home to becoming homeless, and then this war turned into where so many people lost their life. Are experiencing dead bodies day to day. Seeing walking on the road. But we went months, if not years, not having food to eat, water to drink. So we had to eat from the bin. There wasn't a choice or where you could get food from. And the reason why I went to Ghana, it was because Liberia became a very dangerous place to be or to live. So they had to relocate people. There was a ship taking people every day into Ghana, and that's how we got into the refugee camp, and that became a home. But I had to sleep on the floor because there wasn't any luxury. There wasn't any beds. We were given one meal a day, if sometimes 2 meals, but it wasn't anything that you could possibly want to eat yourself. It wasn't a really nice meal. At a very young age, when we got to Ghana.
Okay, so moving forward to Britain, how do you think Britain has helped you?
Britain has given me hope. Britain has given me, because I was being labelled as the dumb child back in Africa. I was being abused in Africa, and so Britain's giving me that hope to know that I can help people like myself. I can raise funds to give back to families back in Africa that don't know where the next meal is coming from. And Britain's giving me the life that I would like to achieve, the foundation I would like to build for my daughter. And Britain's giving me that freedom, because many years ago, I felt like I was in prison. I did not have that freedom, but Britain's giving me the freedom to be able to live, to fulfill my purpose and my calling.
Excellent.
I think the one thing as well that stands out to me is when speaking to you, Chrissy, is that you said you wouldn't actually change your past. That you've obviously you've worked through things, and you're here to serve, and you're going to help so many people, which I think is incredibly admirable. Yeah. Really admirable.
So, Chrissy, just very briefly, you've got an event in April. How can people get in contact with you? What are you needing in the way of sponsors?
They can reach me on ican@mypurpose.network, which that's my email address. Also, I'm also on social media. My social media name is Chrissy Ken, which is CHROISSY, and Ken, which is CAN. Through those platforms they can reach me on. But also, I will have the details soon for the April event.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Chrissy, well, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We'll have you back on again with a bit more time. Sorry, it's been one of these news-laden days again today, so thank you so much for coming on the show.
I know you've got so much to share with us, so we look forward to that.
Okay, now we have the wonderful Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence, and he's going to talk to us about taking a leap. Well, take it away, Philip.
Hello, everyone. How are you all? And it's a most wonderful day here in the United Kingdom.
It's sunshiny. Good to see you.
You too. Wonderful to see you, Helena. Yeah. That's a wonderful question that I get asked a lot. And here at the organisation, we focus heavily on how do you take that next leap? How do you improve yourself to advance in your career? And funny enough, one of the only areas that I think a lot of people sort of think is possible is advancing our technical skills. And that's one thing that's important, but all the rest are very much about people skills. So it's the ability to lead people, it's the ability to communicate exceptionally well, to have really good problem-solving skills, to really learn how to network on a dynamic level, build proper relationships, because that's what it's all about. It's something that a lot of people look at and they say B2B, business to business, B2C, business to customer. But actually, this is human to human. And that's what we really need to be focusing on. Building our emotional intelligence, having a mindset that develops strategic thinking. And one of the big key areas, I think, to anybody's growth, and this might be stating the obvious, is continuous professional development. And that is just scratching the surface. And one key area that I absolutely wholeheartedly believe in, and we all need to understand on a global level, is situational awareness, but not only that, diversity and intelligence. How can we connect with one another from different backgrounds, different cultures? How can we help other people when they come into our world, into a new world, and put them at ease? And those are very strong key points that I'd like to share with you.
Excellent. What is the structure of the event in February?
The structure of the event in February is our trainer program, which really is a 5-day intense program. Anybody either looking to upskill, up-level themselves, it's phenomenal. It'll open your mind, and it's very broad strokes in how we give you the tools to put your best foot forward. Anyone who wants to go into the training, coaching sphere, this is an amazing course for you. And anyone who wants to go out there and be a dynamic leader in their own business or in any other organization, anyone who wants to work with children, anyone who wants to work with teenagers or adults, our trainer program is a market leader, and we have had hundreds of incredible, amazing students walk through the door who have gone on to do the most incredible things for other people and for themselves.
Brilliant. So is that an online course then?
It is an online course in February. We do it through Zoom. The good news is we're launching an in-person in June, and believe it or not, without even marketing it, and this is hallelujah, is we've already got 3 students signed up for the in-person Train the Trainer in London in early June, which is hugely exciting.
Philip, what do you think makes a good leader?
For me, empathy. I think empathy is one of the biggest attributes that any good leader can adopt and accommodate. And it's about how do you make people feel? How do you connect with people? Are you listening to their needs, wants, desires? Are you giving them the ability to expand their opportunities? Are you helping them into becoming better leaders and better sort of mentors for whoever they're guiding in the area? Empathy is definitely number one. And I think adopting a very strong creative mindset along with building your emotional intelligence.
Is there a target age for you, or can anybody of any age really sort of take on this type of leadership and work?
Well, yeah, if I could wind back the clock, I don't have too many regrets, but I think the earlier one can take on a mentor in life, I would encourage anybody to take on coaching and mentorship. So we start with 6-year-olds, and we go right up to the oldest person that walks through the door with a 78-year-old woman from Cyprus who wants to finish off the latter years of her life coaching and training and helping people, taking her experience to guide and steer youngsters for the future.
It sounds so good. I was just thinking that myself and Ian, we haven't taken your course yet, so we need to give it a go, Ian.
We need to sort of have a listen to all this at the same time. So, Philip, how can people get in contact with you again? Because for this course especially.
Well, the easiest way to get in touch with us is by emailing us at hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com, and by all means take a look at our website www.thebritishschoolofexcellence.com, and there is a huge amount of information there for you. There's some wonderful personal testimonials from past students. Don't take it from me or any of my colleagues, or take it from Ian and Helena. Listen to what past students have to say about their experience here at the British School of Excellence.
And just very finally, because as always we're into time, are you talking about a leap of faith as well, or just a leap of moving forward?
Both, but in the sense of leap of faith, we all have to have faith. We all have to believe in ourselves, because it starts with us. It starts with us. If you've always done what you've always done, you're always going to do what you've always done. And that's a comfortable place to be. We need to challenge ourselves. We need to put our best foot forward. We need to look at every single day as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to go on to succeed.
Philip, thank you so much for your time this afternoon again. As always, I think one of the most interesting parts of the show is your experience and your advice each week. So thank you so much for coming on the show again today.
Have a wonderful rest of your day and an amazing weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. Well, we have to...
No, I think it's really great. Just honestly, we've got some amazing people. So lovely to have heard Chrissy's story and Chapman Shum as well. I mean, how inspiring to be able to help people and to encourage them to find emotional strength, which is what it's about. And obviously that's what Philip does too. So we're so thankful to have such good people around us.
And just finally, from an Albanian point of view as well, it's Global Memorial Holocaust Day today. And we must never forget, as well at the same time, that Albania helped to save tens of thousands of Jews during the Second World War as part of that. So I think we should always commend what Albania's done at the same time. But as I say, for me, Ian Pelham-Turner.
And from me, Helena Chard.
Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
See you
And
next
have we got a show for you next week?
We will.
Have we?
We have. Of course we have.
Bye for now.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.